And so the tip-off. It's Miami. Open look. Nice jump shot. Good. Battier's got his team on the board to start the game for the Heat. Well, for the Timberwolves, they've never managed 25 wins in the 4 seasons since they traded away Kevin Garnett. Steve, how long do you think it's going to take to rebuild this team?
Well, unfortunately, it looks like it's going to be a while, Kevin, because, the one building block you can say they have is Kevin Love. We'll see how Ricky Rubio does. We'll see if any of these young draft picks that they picked up this year can improve this team. But seems to me they're still at least a couple of years away.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Yes, Kevin, I spoke briefly with Eric Spoelstra. At this point, we know what works for us and what doesn't in terms of our scoring options. Now it comes down to our ability to execute and not let the defense dictate what we're trying to do. Guys?
Wonderful stuff, Doris. Thanks. The early game plan, Clark, centered around their offense. It sounds...
Yeah, and I think that's fine as long as they don't sacrifice anything from an effort standpoint at the defensive end.
Yeah, exactly. I like the strategy, guys, because when you get off to a good start offensively, you feel good about yourself, and generally that energy carries over to the defensive end as well.
Michael Beasley, he's checked in for Wesley Johnson. Here is Love. Picked up by Battier.
He just lost track of where he was on the floor.
Udonis Haslem, he's checked in for Shane Battier. Here's LeBron. The shot is off. Excellent D there from Beasley.
And LeBron's numbers last season really slipped in the early part of the year as he tried to adapt to his new teammates and his new surroundings. But as the season went on, he became more and more effective. And that was one of the reasons he ended up with a career high in field goal percentage, right around 51% from the floor. And I like the aggressiveness defensively, forcing that mistake. Defense wasn't able to get back fast enough to contest.
Well, they were caught flat-footed after committing the turnover that time, guys.
Going back to what Steve was talking about with LeBron, if he's being more efficient, Clark, with the ball, I don't think he is too concerned with his numbers, with his totals.
Kevin, that's one of the beauties of LeBron James' game to me. He's interested in playing the game of basketball at the highest level. If that means giving it to another player who's open, he's fine with that. If that means taking shots, he's fine with that. I love the fact that he's comfortable in who he is and is not worried about what other people think he should be doing.
Backing down is Beasley. Count it. Beasley's got his first bucket in this one.
And that's what he does. I mean, he takes advantage. If you're going to play poor defense, he's going to get a hoop easily.
And it's LeBron missing. Minnesota in the lead. Ridnour kicks to Rubio. Chalmers against Ridnour. 6 on the shot clock. For 3, Beasley.
Boy, I'm shocked he didn't make that one. He usually knocks that one down with ease.
And they get in the way. Looked like the alley-oop attempt that time. Deflects the pass. And here comes the break. 2 for 1 opportunity here if they want it.
That's what I do. Make sure you get a couple of shots here to close this quarter.
Now, here's Rubio.
Wade is covering.
So now that's twice we've seen the offense collapse. That's back-to-back empty trips because of turnover.
Yeah, and that's going to be a problem because now all of a sudden you start turning the ball over, you lose all offensive rhythm and flow.
"19 seconds left in the first quarter. Anthony. Battier dishes to Anthony. Moving the ball. The shot by Wade. Knocks it down from 19 feet. Wade's got his first basket of the night. Now Rubio. Puts it up. And Miami calls their first time out of the game.
has to make a few adjustments out there, and he's running through those with his team right now.
His first quarter of play, we've seen plenty of offense so far. It's the Heat leading by a point. Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. Here is Barea.
I think anything less than a title would have to be viewed as a bit of a letdown for the Heat in last year's playoffs. Even when they entered the postseason as the #2 seed in the East, their eyes were always set on winning it all.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the floor for Miami, Shane Battier is out there with James Jones. Then it's Mike Miller. Then there's Chris Bosh. And it's Cole in at the 1 spot. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Thank you, Kevin. When Michael Beasley was traded from the Heat to the Timberwolves last year, there were a lot of questions about his maturity. But in Minnesota, he's taken on a more prominent role, saying, quote, "I'm just taking it in stride, still learning a lot about myself from the coaches. I'm just trying to step into that leadership role, do the right thing, and have some fun at the same time." Pretty good approach, guys.
He's a key cog in this young core. Thanks, Doris. Clark touching back on the Heat. Looking at the opponents they had to face, no easy matchups for them.
Yeah, Boston, Chicago, then Dallas. They saw a lot of tough matchups in their road to the finals, and it ultimately might have taken its toll on them because Dallas kind of wore them out in that final series.
Jones for 3. That one goes. Count it. Jones has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Timberwolves trailed by 4. So the Timberwolves called their first timeout.
Well, the Timberwolves looking to get a win here on the road, and last season that was a major issue for them. In fact, only one team, the Wizards, had a worse record on the road.
And some changes here for the Heat. Udonis Haslem, he's checked in for Bosh. Wade comes in for James Jones, and it's Chalmers in for Cole. Pekovic checks in for Minnesota. Here's Williams, looking for his first bucket of the game. Dishes it to Webster. Feeds it to Barea. Hit the shot. Cans the shot with nobody near him. Well, for those Timberwolves, Clark, how do you think they can turn around that road record?
Well, how much time do I have, Kevin? I mean, there are a lot of things that you need to look at trying to answer that. It starts with taking care of the ball. The Timberwolves had the most turnovers of anybody in the league, and on the road, you got to really value it. I mean, that's one way you have a chance to win on the road is if you maximize possessions and don't turn it over.
And so here's Minnesota after the made shot from Dwayne Wade. Haslem shoots over Barea. That's good from Wade on the assist by Haslem. 6 points for Wade.
Man, the offense just gets hotter and hotter.
And they are really cooking now. You know what I like to say? You can microwave or you can cook with electricity or gas. If you're that hot, you're cooking with gas.
Shot clock at 5. Johnson kicks to Webster. Shoots the 3. They get it back. Williams sinks that one from the post.
Boy, both clubs really battling under the boards.
Yeah, and you know, Steve, the rebounding story really mirrors the game at large. I mean, it's been pretty much tit for tat, neck and neck.
Picked up by Battier. Williams. A finger roll finish at the bucket. 43 seconds left in the first half. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he would go to the line. A 3-point play chance here.
Well, there's so many questions a year ago about the Miami Heat and how the pieces would fit, in particular how Wade and LeBron would work out together. And I think they figured it out as the course of the year went on, and Wade ended up playing most of his minutes at the 2-guard spot.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Chris Bosh is checked in for Haslem. LeBron comes in for Shane Battier. And Cole subbed in for Mike Miller. Barea with it. The pass to Ridnour. And Love backs in. Good. And the assist goes to Ridnour.
You know, the defense has to prevent the ball from getting down into that area if they're going to be successful, guys.
Here's LeBron.
Good idea. Hold on to the ball. Take the last shot of the quarter.
Yep.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
That's his first personal.
Now, that should be a rule. No layups. Protect the paint. Make them earn every point.
Yeah, I think that's just tough, hard-nosed, smash-mouth basketball. Make your opponent earn their points from the line. Don't give up any layup.
There's 14 seconds left here in the second. Barea kicks to Love. From 11 feet away. That one falls short. Here's Cole. The shot will not go.
Look at the night for Dwayne Wade. He's got 8 points and a couple of steals for him also.
And I'll tell you what.